and here's my makeup line. And he's like Justin's like, yo, I have a pimple and I have anxiety today. Like, you know,
When we first started going out on dates, she used to pull up to my house minimum 20 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes early.
So true.
And she would wait outside, but she didn't realize that my cameras could see like down the street, and her car would just be parked outside for like 30 minutes. And she would just wait until it was...
He wasn't ready for what she's saying, and the internet heard it all. I thought it was about me. Benny Blanco would later admit this in a cracked voice, somewhere between a laugh and a sob, sitting in a dim studio with a half-eaten burrito on the console and Selena Gomez's voice echoing out from the speakers like a ghost. The moment he read those lyrics, the real ones, was the moment everything flipped. And the internet? Oh, it caught every single pixel of his unraveling. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. At first glance, this looked like a classic story. Producer-boyfriend helps pop star girlfriend create a deeply personal album. But this wasn't a love letter. It was a loaded confession. A musical Trojan horse. And when Benny Blanco accidentally decoded it live on stream, reading a bridge line meant for someone else, fans hit pause, rewind, and collectively screamed, "Wait, did she just say what we think she said?" What followed wasn't just a viral storm, it was a pop culture earthquake. Because inside Selena's chart-topping lyrics were secrets. Big ones. From cryptic Cabo lines and engagement rumors to a whispered voicemail leak that broke streaming records mid-release, every detail peeled back another layer of a relationship the public thought it understood. So let's break it down. Because if you really listen, this isn't just an album. It's a love triangle turned soundtrack. When Benny Blanco signed on to produce Selena's latest project, everything looked picture perfect. She was glowing, the music was vulnerable, and for the first time in years, Selena was owning her story, raw and unfiltered. And Benny? He was all in. Supportive. Creative. In love. Their chemistry in the studio was real. So real, in fact, that fans were already speculating about a joint album, a surprise wedding, and naming future puppies lo-fi and synth. But here's the twist. In music, as in life, things are rarely what they seem. And as it turns out, Benny was producing a heartbreak album. He just didn't know it yet. There's a reason people keep replaying track 7. In the middle of an upbeat synth hook and a deceptively sweet melody, Selena's voice softens, almost like a whisper. It's a blink and you miss it moment. But if you listen carefully, there's a line that changed everything. You still keep a toothbrush here, and she doesn't know. Wait, she? Who is she? Benny certainly wasn't asking. Fans zeroed in instantly. TikTok exploded with slowed-down replays and lip-reading theories. One fan even reverse-engineered the track stems and isolated the backing vocals that said, faintly, Cabo, 3 a.m. Cue the conspiracy. Now here's where it gets juicy. Not long before the album dropped, paparazzi had snapped blurry but undeniable photos of Benny and Selena on a beach in Cabo. Fans cooed. Headlines drooled. Everything looked so romantic. But then, someone leaked a voicemail. Not just any voicemail, an engagement voicemail. A heart-pounding, caught off guard, shaky breath kind of message where Selena says, "I can't say yes when I don't even know who I am to you." Benny hadn't proposed publicly, but apparently, he had privately. And Selena? She turned it into a lyric. A bridge. A story. Suddenly, every lyric on the album felt different. Who was she singing to? Or maybe more importantly, who was she singing about? It didn't take long for Reddit sleuths and TikTok lyricologists to dissect every syllable. Here's what they found. Mentions diamond rings in the glove box. A metaphor? Or literal? Refers to a shadow on our dates / you text when I'm asleep. Toothbrush here. She doesn't know. A voicemail sample plays beneath the chorus. It's distorted. Emotional. Possibly real. Each line seemed to point toward a secret parallel romance or at least a deep mistrust. And while Selena remained mostly silent, Benny's live stream tears told us everything. Let's talk about that moment. It started innocently enough. Benny was on IG Live, casually previewing some unreleased acoustic stems. Fans were loving it. Then someone commented, "Play track 7, but isolated." Benny smirked and clicked a stem. He read the lyrics on screen. Paused. Reread. Then came a quiet, "Wait, what?" 30 seconds later, he turned off the stream. Because Benny didn't cry like someone hearing a sad lyric. He cried like someone hearing a truth too loud to ignore. Now here's the real question. Was this real heartbreak or a brilliantly orchestrated PR chess move? Some believe it was raw, emotional artistry, Selena reclaiming her narrative, expressing doubts, pain, and uncertainty about a love that felt almost right, but wasn't. Others say this is pure media manipulation. A planted bridge, a pre-recorded voicemail leak, a perfectly choreographed pop culture moment meant to go viral, and it worked. But maybe it's both. Maybe the heartbreak was real. And maybe Selena is just that good at turning pain into poetry. Let's be honest. Who hasn't sent a message they regretted or sat in silence listening to a voicemail, wondering if love was real or just well-produced noise? That's what makes this album hit so hard. It's not about pop star drama. It's about us. The late-night overthinking. The questioning. The betrayal we don't talk about. The toothbrushes left behind when we're not ready to admit someone else might be moving in. Selena just put it in 808s and synth layers. And Benny? He heard it too late. Ambiguity about the future. I can't say yes. That's not just cold feet. That's emotional confusion on loop. Shadowed references. She doesn't know isn't subtle. It's code for someone is being kept in the dark. Lyrical distance. Love songs with you are different than love songs with he or they. Inclusion of private moments. Using real voicemails is personal AF. That's not for the charts. That's a time capsule. Aesthetic over emotion. When lyrics sound poetic but feel cold, there's something missing. Usually honesty. What we learned from Selena's album and Benny's reaction. Sometimes the people who help us tell our story aren't the ones the story is about. And that stings. Benny may have produced the album, but he wasn't its muse. Or at least, not all of it. This was a portrait painted in half-truths, real fears, secret regrets, and one massive middle finger, disguised as an outro synth drop. The internet will debate for weeks whether this was genius or cruelty. But what's undeniable is how real it all felt. Selena gave us a look into the parts of love we rarely sing about. The almosts. The maybes. The times we say, "I love you," but really mean, "I wish I did." Is it Benny? An ex? A ghost from Cabo? Or all of them at once? That's the mystery Selena dropped into our laps, and what a brilliantly emotional mess it is. But here's the thing. Maybe it doesn't matter. Because what she gave us is universal. A story about choosing yourself when love gets blurry. About listening more closely to what's not said. And about recognizing the moment when a love song becomes a goodbye note. Have you ever been in Benny's shoes thinking something was about you, only to realize you were just a chapter in someone else's book? Or maybe you've been Selena, needing to write your truth, even if someone else reads between the lines and it breaks them? Let's talk. Drop your theories. Share your favorite lyric. Tell us your track 7 moment. Because music isn't just something we listen to. It's how we remember, regret, confess, and sometimes heal. And somewhere out there, someone's reading your lyrics right now, trying to figure out if they're the chorus or just a footnote. Ready to decode your own heartbreak? Or maybe just vibe with the chaos. Share this with the friend who never skips the bridge. We see you.